Paul, what's the crack? Pool you want to play pool today? Buongiorno. Come va? Bom dia, Sara. Tudo bem? Bonjour. Bonjour. Ça va? Buenos dias, chico. ¿Qué pasa? I'm making it up.
I know.
But try, if it works. Graham created it. I think it works.
See, that was good.
My job? Many things. I have few responsibilities. One is my core job, which is basically dealing with Italian users on some of our products. I work for a pod, which is basically a group of products that are all related to content creation. And the second part is basically everything else, which means helping launching new products for my market, helping our own team members over here for any issues that might arise. So luckily I'm a little techie guy as well, so sometimes I get to solve technical issues, even if it's not my direct responsibilities. And it's fun because you basically on one side deal with external people, and on the other side you help your own team members.
Okay, so in Blogger.
Yeah.
Is the same procedure as in Gmail to get the IP address and the connection and all the details, personal details?
We never give details around.
Yes.
Totally, unless there is a court order or something.
Okay.
It's like a little family. Probably they don't require people to work like that much, you know, like up till late or whatever, but what I do, I always do it with pleasure, so I'm not forced to stay here later. You have a ticket in Blogger in Spanish, or it's like an internal thing?
No, it's in Spanish, yes. Blogger. It's from the police station.
From who?
The police.
So you don't have a legal Spanish point person?
She's on holidays, I'm doing her back.
What you get back, it's a nice workplace, nice people. So at the end, it's a good balance between what you give and what you get. We don't have Spanish support for Blogger, but she's the legal blogger guru.
Le meilleur contrôle qui puisse être exercé sur un individu, un travailleur, un collaborateur, c'est par ses collègues. C'est à la fois le contrôle et en même temps la motivation. C'est formidable de bien travailler pour son patron, mais c'est encore beaucoup mieux de bien travailler pour des collègues qui vont vous dire « t'es vraiment champion, là t'as réussi quelque chose de difficile ». Des collègues dont on cherche d'autant plus adhésion qu'ils sont formidables.
And just so we're caught up, Lee is in Mountain View, Toffee's on his way back from Mountain View, Alex is in Hyderabad. Abhilash is at mobile offsite.
Somewhere.
Have some news about that, which is really interesting. First off, there's a request. It's called the Death by 1,000 Paper Cuts, and so as part of the senior staff, Devlin's trying to come up with a list of top 10 things that are hindering execution. Sort of like the regular sort of fight against bureaucracy, right?
What's an example of things that you're looking for? Like
I think I'm going to write something about streamlining the hiring process. That's one thing. Localization would be something that's near and dear to your heart, and how that works. Something to do maybe with the way we fight abuse, or something like that. Tools, something like that. I think all of those things are fair. Like the other thing that I wanted to chat with you about was this job fair. So Emmanuel came in. He's kind of in a panic. He says some of the other teams are doing some really big things, and I think he's feeling like he should have planned a little bigger.
O verdadeiro desafio é a promoção interna. Em vez de ascender na hierarquia da empresa, o que pode ser difícil quando se contratam 3.000 pessoas por ano, a Google favorece a mobilidade. Você pode mudar de função ou até de país, ou ficar onde está e ver sua carga de trabalho aumentar graças ao crescimento incrível da Google. Como o recrutamento externo exige muito esforço, eles tentam manter seus funcionários. Para isso, realizam feiras entre departamentos, onde buscam atrair quem já está na empresa, valendo-se do tradicional espírito Google e de muito humor.
What do you give me?
What
do we give you?
Yeah. How do you attract people?
Win €100.
Really?
An Amazon gift voucher.
But what do you have to write?
Have an idea.
Do you know much about the strategic initiative?
Well, I can guess what you do.
Okay, so essentially we're broken up into optimization, customer education, satisfaction, throw back here. Because we're a new team, we're still developing our remit, figuring out what it is we can do. But we're looking for just ideas on
Some of it, yes.
you know, strategic ideas or projects that you think. Just from
We'd love to have you.
So you're looking for these people? No.
Yeah, with some French, Spanish.
I can do the associate manager if you want.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Thanks.
We'd love to have you on board.
So no Italian.
No, not yet. Not at the moment.
So what's the point then?
I know.
What you can do basically on yourself is having a clear goal in your mind and set your steps towards that goal. And if you want to fight for it, and if you are not afraid of moving your shoulders, like we say in Italy, it's basically all up to you to go on. You might find difficulties, you might find to be not in the right place in the right moment. You might find yourself that you have to wait because probably it's not the right moment to make the step. Probably there are not available positions for you to go in a specific moment. But if you keep doing and willing that you actually have to reach your own goal, I'm sure that sooner or later you can definitely make it. I'm Christian.
Christian, hi. Des.
So I'd like to join SRE. Cool. What do you have that we don't have in ConOps?
Well, so Site Reliability Engineering is the engineering group in Google that looks after our production sites. We work a lot to try and make sure that our users never see any problems with our sites, that they're fast, they're up all of the time.
Isn't it stressful, like, that you need always to be aware of any issue, like in the night, for example, you wake up?
Yeah, well, we're actually a global team.
Does it happen?
Yeah, but it can happen. We've run the site entirely from Dublin in the past. So we'll get paged in the middle of the night. One time the Department of Homeland Security called us and said, why is Google down? Can we help?
Yeah.
And we said, no, we've got it in hand. It's pretty rare that we actually have an outage.
But you never know.
Anything can happen.
And as an engineer, you always also have the 20% time project, right? If you have 20% time.
Yeah, absolutely. Our engineers work on, say, with some of the other teams.
One thing that we've done that's fostered a lot of creativity is we've tried to empower the employees, give them a license to pursue that thing that they're dreaming about. And we've done that. One very salient way that we've done that, I think is really obvious, is we've provided people with what we call 20% time, where we basically say, one day a week, you can work on whatever is most important to you. And it may not be what you're assigned to work on. It may be just something that you're really passionate about. But we believe that when we take really smart people with the kinds of backgrounds that we hire and we turn them loose on something that they have a lot of energy for, even if that's not something that we maybe envision strategically, really beautiful applications come out of that.
Os engenheiros são uma classe à parte na Google. Eles ganham mais, são menos supervisionados e têm 20% de tempo livre. Um bônus de 20% em potencial criativo para a empresa. É a maneira Google de manter os melhores, evitando que venda os seus cérebros para outras companhias.
La motivation principale de la majorité des ingénieurs, ce serait effectivement d'être à l'origine de quelque chose de nouveau, d'un nouveau produit, Google, qui deviendrait très connu et très réussi. Cela dit, tout le monde est conscient que faire quelque chose comme ça tout seul, ça ne se fera pas. Le 20%, donc le fait que les gens techniques ont 20% de leur temps pour faire ce qu'ils veulent. Personne ne peut leur dire quoi faire ou ne pas faire pendant ce temps-là. C'est utilisé en partie pour donner une équipe à quelqu'un qui n'en a pas. Donc si j'ai une très bonne idée et que je fais un petit prototype, je montre ça à mes amis qui trouvent ça super, ils vont venir me donner leurs 20% de travailler là-dessus avec moi. Donc du coup, j'ai une équipe, sans que personne n'ait quoi que ce soit à redire.
Les 20%, c'est très important quand on fait attention à un élément clé de la culture de Silicon Valley qu'on appelle the hacker's ethic, la morale, l'éthique du hacker. Le hacker, pour les gens qui y croient, c'est pas du tout des gens dangereux, c'est des gens qui, au contraire, passent leur vie à inventer des technologies, des gens qui, sans se faire payer, travaillent par plaisir à inventer des nouvelles technologies, étant entendu que dans le plaisir, il y a aussi de l'ego, c'est de la réputation, on est reconnu par les siens, on est cité, on finit par être apprécié et le nom apparaît dans un grand nombre d'endroits. Mais il y a une culture qui correspond à ça, et il y a des gens qui vibrent et qui répondent à cette culture. Et Google l'a compris.
I didn't understand it. Why does this work? So we're hiring people with double the amount of employees in a year, and it still works. It seems that we're moving faster even. And the reason is Google has developed a new kind of organization structure, which is defined by letting information circulate. And this is great, really. I really would love to have this as an entrepreneur too, to give people freedom and still to achieve your goals.
Samuel é um dos vários donos de empresa que se tornaram funcionários ao serem comprados pela Google. Cerca de 50 empresas foram adquiridas desde 2001. A Google reuniu todos os seus engenheiros europeus em Zurique. Essas 300 pessoas trabalham em tempo real com outros escritórios pelo mundo, como Mountain View, Londres, Sydney, Hyderabad, Tóquio, Seul e Seattle. É um caos global em que ninguém sabe quem comanda quem.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
You don't?
I really have no idea. So yeah, so there is the VP level, and afterwards there is I don't know. I just know that must be 3 levels, but yeah. And talking to VPs and getting in touch with them, even with the CEO, that's just easy as that. Write them an email, you're getting an answer back. So you can't do innovation from top down. So if Eric Schmidt says, hey, let's add a certain function to a map, so and the engineers don't even understand what he's talking about, it doesn't work and blocks everyone. So it's better to have these small units. They're creating innovation, and you're fast. So you can take your decisions and move on. So you don't have to ask for permission or whatever. It's not a top-down approach, it's more like a bottom-up approach. But that means like discussing a lot. There is no one saying, hey, you have to do that, but you have to convince them, hey, that's good for us, it's good for the company. And so you have kind of a really democratic approach, I would say.
Et donc dans un dispositif qui est à la fois extrêmement sympathique, mais en même temps une surveillance impitoyable, parce qu'on est en permanence contrôlé par ses collègues. On travaille avec ses collègues. Tout le système Google, il faut bien le voir, tout le système Google est un système qui manie des techniques extrêmement sympathiques, mais en même temps impitoyable. C'est un mélange de sympathie e d'impitoyable.
E a Google é impiedosa ao comercializar novos produtos que são lançados em um ritmo estonteante. Nos campos corporativo e privado, a empresa decidiu conquistar todos os computadores do planeta.
Cool. As it is a huge company, as we have a global audience, we need to test everything before launching, and so that takes time. But because we are a huge amount of people, of engineers working on that product, the launch cycles are very, very fast, seeing it from outside. But it could be faster if you're inside.
Google a un rythme de sortie ou de mise à jour des produits très soutenu. Donc toutes les 2 semaines, on essaie de sortir des choses.
Sérgio é um pregador da Google, um novo tipo de emissário.
Il y a 2 types de produits. Les produits consommateurs, donc qui sont des produits gratuits, comme Google Maps par exemple. Et puis sur ces produits, il y a aussi des produits clients. Donc ça fait énormément de produits. Toutes les 2 semaines, du coup, nous, on réunit toutes les équipes et on les met au courant de ces nouveautés. Et il y a toujours au moins 4 ou 5 différents items à l'agenda. Je vais aller me mettre en place après mon yop.
What Google has is they don't have to sell anything. They just give you new free things. So he can go into a market like Google Earth, and he can take all the existing firms in that market that are charging people for the experience and just run them over.
Sérgio nos leva ao universo da Google Analytics, um programa direcionado a proprietários de sites.
Il y en a qui viennent à Gap ou pas? Cool.
Mais oui, c'est on louperait jamais, formation du fait.
A plateia é composta por vendedores que pregarão as qualidades do programa para seus clientes. O primeiro tópico é comida.
Alors, parce qu'il faut savoir un truc chez vous, c'est que les premiers, généralement les garçons